Travel insurance, right? I'm always the one that sort of clicks no because I don't want to spend the extra money. But is a pandemic covered in this? Should we buy it?
Well, Lynn, standard travel insurance policies cover most items, but not all travel-related policies cover pandemics like the coronavirus. So you need to read the fine print if you're going to buy trip cancellation or trip interruption insurance. But one thing I could recommend for families this summer is looking at something called cancel for any reason insurance, Lynn. It's about 40% more than standard travel insurance, but like it says, you can back out or cancel for any reason, especially now that there are beaches that are closing and surges that are happening in different states.
What about getting your money back? You know, I had this happen with a hotel. They wouldn't give me my money back. They just said, hey, you can use it in the next 2 years. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to travel in the next 2 years. Can you call your credit card company and do what's called a chargeback?
You know, unfortunately, the credit cards offer little to no protection for the credit cards that you have in your wallet when it comes to trips. There are some high dollar cards, Lynn, like the American Express Platinum card that cover up to $10,000 per person or $20,000 per card. But many of them, Lynn, simply do not cover for pandemics like the coronavirus. So I would call my credit card company before I rely on them for trip protection.
What happens if you book something like an Airbnb, which I think a lot of people are doing because they're not so comfortable in hotels yet?
Yeah, absolutely. And Airbnb put out something called extenuating circumstances, where their review board reviews the pandemics and then makes a policy. But your contract, it's ultimately between you and the host that you set with. So most hosts have been pretty flexible, Lynn, but on Airbnb's website, it specifically says, if you book the trip before March 14th, you can cancel for any reason through July 31st. But if you book the trip after March 14th, you can cancel through July 31st, but not for COVID-19 related reasons. So ultimately, call your host, read the fine print of the contract, because that's what's going to stand.